We are living marvels, and it is my hope that this book will return a sense of awe to the stories we tell ourselves about these incredible bodies and all their lumpy, bumpy imperfection. This is also a book about the world around us. To understand the body, we have to remember that we are kin to trees and moss and mud. We are natural creatures, even though so much of our language and metaphors encourage us to think of ourselves as machines, made for industry and productivity. We've been taught and told to think of our bodies in specific ways, aligned with specific narratives. In choosing alternative stories, we can infuse mundane moments, like taking a breath or considering the heartbeat, with awe and curiosity. These stories offer us alternatives from the dominant storylines of constant productivity, and even from the hamster wheel of hope for a better future. That last part, the release of hope, is a difficult one, steeped as we are in these stories of industry that tell us a brighter tomorrow is always coming. I do not wish to imply that we should lose all hope and fall into doubt and pessimism. But the ticket price for hope, in the way it is typically offered, is a lack of presence to the way things are, and a projection onto some brighter future, out beyond this mess. We'll be better. It will be better. Things will be better. Someday. When we drop the stories that speak of constant improvement, whether that's from losing some weight, or reaching a certain income level, or even attaining more altruistic goals and visions of a better future, we come home to this moment, where life is happening. A vision for the future is important, but it can't come at the expense of a reckoning with the present. In this, too, the body guides us. So rather than hope, these are stories of awe and curiosity as hope's more present, grounded cousins. Awe and curiosity feel good. They feel better than rigidity and presumption, which often accompany hope in some way. Things will only be better when the future looks like this. Awe and curiosity weave us into the world, which objectively feels better than isolation, because we are creatures of relationship. Awe and curiosity create possibilities. We need creative possibilities. We deserve to feel good in these marvelous bodies. We need the stories the body can tell us, which means we need to remember how to listen to these intricate, incredible bodies. In returning to the body and remembering how to listen to our own blood and bones and glorious guts, we return to ourselves and each other. We aren't alone. We are never alone. There's comfort in that. There's also responsibility. Returning to deep relationship with the world and with our own bodies can't only be about what we get. It also has to be about what we give, even if all we can give is our deep, reverent presence. I say this is a practice of remembering how to listen because so much of this is about getting out of our own way, of remembering, returning to ourselves to a story many of us have forgotten, a story of reciprocity and regeneration, a story that spirals instead of marching in straight and narrow lines, a story that weaves past, present, future all together. Because in a world made of so much ancient stardust, carbon, hydrogen, phosphorus, and oxygen, all coming from the bellies of the stars, how can we possibly think the past is not currently alive? In a natural system where energy cannot be created or destroyed, but rather only change forms, then how could we possibly imagine that the past and future aren't also here with us now, in the present? In remembering these stories that break the narrow confines required of any binary, we return to the full spectrum life so abundantly offers. But it's mostly a process of getting out of our own way, rather than having to go out and do something.